coming up on Hot Shots.
Very distracting to have that little bit of vertigo issue. It's like when you stop your head real quick and everything keeps going.
This is one of these days I'm just watching KC do his thing, and it's starting to feel like it's getting away from me.
The problem for me at these smaller matches is I get a little bit lazy.
Three of the best shooters on earth.
I've won just about every competition there ever was.
Mic'd up and behind the scenes.
This is what I've always dreamt of being.
This is total access to shooting's biggest star.
Ready to go make some racket.
The Hot Shots. Being a professional means always showing up, always giving your best, and always doing whatever's necessary to make your sponsors happy. Those rules apply no matter how poorly you might be shooting.
Are you ready?
Or how lousy you might be feeling.
That one went pretty good. I'm feeling a little sluggish. I got my left ear completely blocked.
At the Superstition Mountain Mystery 3-Gun in Arizona, the dry desert air is doing little to help Jerry Michalek kick not just a head cold, but a nasty case of vertigo.
I don't know if you ever had vertigo, but it's like when you stop your head real quick and everything keeps going. You know, when you was a kid, you'd spin yourself around on the play set, then you try to stand up. It's about the same feeling, except you're 6 foot tall instead of 3 foot tall. It's just very distracting to have that little bit of vertigo issue, but that's part of being alive. You got to put up with the ups and downs.
With her dad fighting to stay in the championship hunt, Lena Michalek, Jerry's 18-year-old daughter, is trying to shake off her own ill feelings brought on by a disastrous run with her rifle on the last stage.
Thank you.
Where was your brain? Of course, being a daddy, I want to say, you know, you got to do this and want to do that. She, oh, yeah. And she probably knows better than I do. So being a daddy, you want to make it perfect, and sometimes you just got to let it go. And she's very capable on her own.
This time, it's the pistol where the problems lie. Lena's performance with both the shotgun and rifle are spot on.
Hit! 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 Hit!
I lived. Could have shot that handgun a lot better.
She's a little green on her pistol still, and it's everybody's downfall is pistol shooting in this sport. It's the hardest thing to maintain that discipline. She's 18. I mean, pistol takes a while to learn.
Still, with just 2 stages to go, the first family of shooting, daughter, father, and Mother Kay, have match titles in their sights. While Jerry struggles with his health, Max Michel is feeling just fine, at least for the moment. Max is locked in a head-to-head battle with arch-rival KC Eusebio at the West Coast Steel Championships north of Los Angeles, and trailing by less than 2 seconds as the two head into the stage called Roundabout. In the steel game, it's all about speed. The man who's fastest to draw and hit 5 steel targets wins. And on Roundabout, Max is the world record holder. But it's KC who will shoot first.
Monkey, 176. That's awesome. I got lucky.
All right, next.
That's sick, dude.
Oh my God.
You get to follow that.
I'm very happy with that. I don't think it's been shot like that in the past 20 years. So it was really good. It felt like I was in the zone, and I just channeled my inner Max. Put the gun up there, saw a little bit of red, saw a little bit of white, and you know, it looked like a blur. And then I woke up. It was awesome. It was a really good feeling. I'm still kind of pumping from it.
What isn't such a good feeling is having to follow what was inarguably one of the greatest runs in the history of competitive shooting.
When I'm impressed with the performance of Casey, then I know he did really well. But at the same time, I'm thinking, wait a second, this isn't practice. I have to go up here and actually perform now. And anytime you have to perform behind something like that, I don't care what you do and what profession you're in, it's very, very difficult.
Stand by. What's on the right?
I went up there and did what I was supposed to do for the first few and had one where I stumbled, but I came back okay. And then, you know, sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. But you'll never know. You never win at this game if you don't try, so that's how it goes.
If Casey's run had come during the World Speed Shooting Championship, he'd have shattered Max's record by almost half a second. He'll settle for gaining almost 2 seconds on the leaderboard.
This is going to be extremely difficult to come back from, and this is one of these days I'm just watching Casey do his thing, and it's starting to feel like it's getting away from me.
Hot Shots is presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter, and sponsored by Daniel Defense, lighter, stronger, better, Mossberg and the 930 JM Pro, the official shotgun of Jerry Michalek. Colt, champion three-gunner Clint Upchurch shoots the Colt CCR Pro. And by Freedom Munitions. Freedom starts here. Hot Shots proudly support the National Rifle Association. We'll even pay $10 of your new or renewing NRA membership when you sign up through HotShotsTV.net. Today's ultimate performance, presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, is from Jerry Michalek at the 2012 International Revolver Championship. Bouncing back from a broken firing pin suffered on the first stage, Jerry validates his standing as the greatest wheel gunner in history by capturing his 20th consecutive IRC title. Jerry Michalek with today's ultimate performance, presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter. A pro shooter's life is one of airports, rental cars, and hotel rooms, which is why when you're approached about launching a major match close to home, you do everything you can just to make it happen. This is the inaugural Upstate 3-Gun Challenge in Clinton, South Carolina, just a half-hour's drive from Clint Upchurch's home.
Sometimes travel makes things difficult around the house, so having a match this close that's run in one day, that'll keep Mama happy, and then I'm happy.
But being the big man on campus comes with the pressure to perform at your peak, which isn't always as easy as it sounds.
The problem for me at these smaller matches is I get a little bit lazy.
Got it. You see it?
Y'all tend to lose a little focus and make some mistakes.
Do I really even want to finish that?
Because I don't have somebody breathing down my neck where everything has to be right.
Fortunately, each shooter had 2 chances at this stage. And Clint is clean on his second try. His confidence is on the rise as he heads for stage 3, which is built on pure speed.
This stage is going to be stupid fast. Mount the gun, shoot the gun, run over here, shoot the gun some more, you're finished. And it's going to be quick.
Stand by.
It's a blistering run. Not only has it solidified his place at the top of the standings, it's also eased some of the tension born of trying to be perfect.
Oh man, that was a relief. I needed to shoot something good, and that was still not really conservative, but you can't mess around. When you leave that box, you got to make sure everything's going down, and just aimed hard at everything. You know, that stage right there begs for speed. And that's where you get trapped. It didn't work out for you, did it? Yes, it did.
With just 2 stages to go in the Arizona desert, each member of the Michelek trio is still in the hunt for a championship. Jerry and Kay are both putting in solid performances in the open division, while daughter Lena is in catch-up mode in the tactical optics group. Up next is Canadian Club, a lightning-fast 15-target course that all 3 will take on with their Mossberg 930 JM shotguns.
With a good chance to take out the Mossbergs and let them run, knock the dust off of them. Right there, you kind of let your hair down and just blow the dust out of the guns and look for a good score at the end of the stage.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Just sign right there. Boy, you're giving your hubby a run for his money. Nice run.
Just enough. Stand by. You're finished and load show clear.
That would look like a world champion did that.
With both Lena and Kay happy with their performances, Jerry steps to the line.
Stand by. You're finished and load show clear.
Jerry's time is the best in the match.
That felt good. Ah. Yeah, that was slick.
But that's not the big story of the stage. For the first time in as long as any of them can remember, all 3 Micheleks walk away happy.
That's unusual. That's not even right. That's good, though. We'll take it.
At the Upstate 3-gun in South Carolina, Colts Clint Upchurch has arrived at stage 4, which will require him to use his rifle, shotgun, and pistol on a variety of targets while on the move. He benefits from watching fellow Freedom Munitions pro shooter Rob Romero shoot first. The stage setup isn't as foreign to Romero as it is to the rest of the shooters. He helped design each of the match's 6 stages. Clint is next on the line. A slight hiccup halfway through cost Clint precious fractions of a second, but it beats the alternative.
I got a little ahead of myself with the pistol. You know, if I would have broken a shot there, I would have been asked to leave. We basically have a rule of 180 degrees, right? So you can shoot the gun anywhere forward of that 180, but if you get in front of that and kind of shoot back, you're breaking that imaginary 180 line, and you know, that's a safety precaution. You know, that's why that's in place, and just can't do it, man. And I was past it. I mean, when I indexed the target, it was behind me, and I just had to kind of back up a step and get it.
In California, Max Michel's season isn't off to the start he was hoping for. With the World Speed Shooting Championship just 2 weeks away in Florida, both Max and Casey Eusebio are using the West Coast Steel Championships as their one and only tune-up. Casey's blazing performance on Roundabout has given him a more than 2-second lead, all but insurmountable, with just 3 stages left.
Steel challenge is never over. I don't care how many seconds you're ahead or how many seconds you're behind. You always stay focused and you always keep thinking about what that task is that you're currently working on.
Max's runs are at a world-class level over the final 3 stages, but they're not nearly enough to make up the deficit. Casey Eusebio captures the West Coast Steel title. Both now look forward to meeting again in Florida at the Steel Challenge, where Max will try to join KC as the only shooters to have won the World Speed Shooting Championship 4 times.
In 2 weeks, everyone will forget about this match, unfortunately for KC. I love you, man, but everybody's going to forget about this one in a couple weeks. And the one they're going to remember is the one that we're going to go head-to-head in about 2 weeks.
Clint Upchurch has reached the final stage at the first ever Upstate 3-Gun Challenge. Barring disaster, he'll pack the first place trophy into his truck for the half-hour drive home. But first, a stage where potential trouble lurks everywhere.
The shooting challenge isn't that hard, but you need to be in the right position to be able to see everything and shoot it quickly.
Shooters ready, stand by.
It's a sizzling run to close out his match. Clint Upchurch has stared down the pressure of winning his hometown 3-gun match. He takes the open title, while Freedom Munitions teammate Rob Romero wins in the Tactical Optics division. The only casualty for Clint? A rival gun company's sponsor banner.
Just missed my spot. It's all good, though. Showing Remington some love.
After her disaster earlier in the match, Lena Michalek is paying much closer attention to her dad during stage walkthroughs.
The walkthrough is of the utmost importance. 5 minutes is not a lot of time. You've got 30 targets and you've got 5 minutes to see them all and catalog them. You better be busy. So first thing you have to do is know the round count. How many shotgun targets, how many pistol targets, how many rifle targets. You got to go out and find them, then you got to catalog them, where they are and what distances and what repetitions they are and what loading techniques I'm gonna use here and there. So your 5 minutes of walkthrough, you have to use that extremely, extremely well.
There's plenty of strategy to be discussed. This is the quintessential Arizona stage, with a course that runs straight through the pristine Sonoran Desert. After starting with a set of plates with the pistol, the competitors will move to a staged machine gun. Before sprinting down the hill for short and long-range rifle targets, the disaster factor is extreme.
Coming into the last stage of the match, I've had a pretty solid performance. The last thing I want to do is run by a target. So what I'm trying to do as a competitor is rehearse it, plan it, think about the terrain, and very much so be aware of where all the targets are, even if I have to go just a little bit slower than what I would like to go, but just have a good solid performance, get the hits on paper, shoot it solid, and let the other guy die for his country. Stay on your knee. Just go 1, 2, 3, 5, and just till it quits and just throw it down.
Lena will shoot first.
Stand by.
A solid run. Lena finishes the match as high junior and takes second in ladies tactical optics. Her mom fares even better. Kay Michalek wins the ladies open title. And now, a disaster-free run by Jerry would secure him the overall match championship.
Are you ready? Stand by.
The run is clean, which means Jerry's season is off to the start he was hoping for, in spite of the obstacles he faced along the way.
This cold got me pretty congested. It's plus running at this altitude up in Louisiana, so it's kind of hard on an old man.
For Team Michalek, it's the end of a successful stop in the Arizona desert. Now it's home to Louisiana to rest, recover, and train for the next match, which in their world is always just days away.
Got to run home, do laundry, sort guns, clean guns, and get ready for the next match. Just never stop.